Hello and welcome to another game of World of Tanks. This time I'm in my IS-3. It is a tier 8 Russian heavy tank and it is very well liked. Now I might be able to show people why it is so well liked. The IS-3 has got it's got quite well frontal armour. The turret is quite strong except for the point at the top where you can pen it, and 200mm can go through the beak armour of its hull. But if you don't have 100mm, 200mm of penetration, it does not work. So that Centurion 1 will be a big problem for us, and if XVM was working it would tell you that he is a Unicum player, which means that he is in the top 1% of all players of World of Tanks. There's his friend. So I'm pushing forward on Sacred Valley. I'm not going for a tree, but never mind, it's not too much of a problem. I've got an IS-3 with me as well. So there's the Centurion, and my first... And I see if I can hit him, but sadly it dips a little bit low and hits the ground. And he pens me. So then, knowing that he's a Unicum and he can take advantage of any of my mistakes, I pull back and try not to have him use his amazing turret armor on me. So he's now hurting our IS-3, so I decide to go back and just help him out because our IS-3 needs help. And I see if I can do anything to help him. Now the Centurion makes a little bit of a misplay and lets me shoot him and bounces off my armor. So now our IS-3 wants to deal with the Centurion as well, and he gets hit by the Tiger 2, I believe. So he hits the Centurion, putting him on half health. And a Chaffee is down there. See if I can deal with him, but I decide not to because the battle is here and I do not want to lose this IS-3 right now. So here comes the Centurion, and I hit him once, and he is now one-shottable for us in most of the rolls, even though we have reload rolled on him twice, but nearly all of the time we'll be able to hit him. So now I go into sniper mode to shoot the Tiger 2 in the lower plate, and my tracks absorb the shell of his. So now the Tiger, my shell dips a little bit and goes off to the right and hits him and then takes his track off, rather than hitting him once again in the lower plate, even though it's angled, because AP shells have got great normalization. So now he goes to side scraping, but gives me his lower plate again, so I'm able to penetrate that. And our IS-3 is then slain. So as the Centurion has fired, I see if I can pick him up, but sadly my gun depression is not enough. So instead of shooting the Centurion, I decide to finish off the Tiger 2 by having a quick shot on his lower plate. Now this Centurion penetrates me once again. I am now on half health and he is pulling back so that I can't kill him. And I try, but that was a very poor shot. He penetrated me in an odd angle. So now this T-28 prototype is over there, and I'm trying to pull back so that I can conserve my hit points. And then see if I can help down here. And our T-28 prototype sadly slain. So I couldn't shoot the IS, so I swapped to the IS-3 and go straight through his beak. Make sure that I can't be shot in the back by that 112. And then realise that I'm almost on my own against 3 enemy tanks. 2 of which are very good players. So there's the Centurion. Can't get him. So instead of that I wait, and here is the VK on very low health. He may be a good player, but he can still take damage. The 112 is now rushing in, and he finishes off my only remaining friend. And as he is reloading, I shoot him in the lower plate as well, taking off his truck as well. The VK then searches for a shot on me, but he's not quick enough to take advantage of that. And I'm just trying to stall them for now. And the VK gives me his side, so I penetrate that quite easily. So now this 112 is trying to get round me, but I turn myself in time, but not quickly enough, and have a very bad shot. So I see that Centurion, and this guy misses me. So instead of shooting at the 112, I decide that I want to kill this Centurion 1. And the 112 then fires again, but bounces off my armor. And the C-34 makes a risky shot on him, but that which hits me, because his gun is not very accurate. So now I'm having difficulty with a tank that can kill me in one hit, and I have to shoot him twice for him to kill me. So I'm really hoping for some help, because I'd be lucky if he bounced me again. But he doesn't have over 200 millimeters of penetration, which means that he cannot regularly pen my hull. So sadly that shot bounces, but his shot bounces as well. I try and close the distance so that he can't really hit me, and then pull back to see if my tank destroyers can help me out. And they do. So now he's reloaded, so I want to see if he's going to do anything, but he has already fired his shot, which means that I can fire my net, which picks up that kill. So this game is still quite close and still could be won either way. And I shoot the IS in that place that I pointed out earlier. And now I'm going for this Sturmpanzer mill. And the biggest misplays ever were made. And I fall off the cliff. Luckily, it's not enough to lose us the game. But if I hadn't have done that, that would have been a very nice and easy top gun for me. But the game is still won, so it's no biggie. So next we're going to have a look at my post-game stats. So this was the second mark of excellence for my IS-3, along with a mastery badge and a high caliber award for dealing a large amount of damage to the enemy team. Notably, this Tiger I managed to deal 1,225 damage to him, and also over 1,000 damage to the Centurion as well. If we sort it by terms of experience, you can see that we are on the top with a nice amount of damage and a large amount of XP, as well as 5 kills. And I think that is it. See you next time.